This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice, and I am glad in it. Trying not to step in the holes in the grass. But it's a beautiful day. It's a very breezy day. It feels like March already. And I'm grateful. I'm just grateful for life and learning that being out in nature is, for me, the closest thing to God, to Jesus, in physical form. And I would recommend that to anybody. Just get out and appreciate it. Even the commonness of it here in central Mississippi. So much of it is the same geographically, but it's still beautiful even in the winter, even among the trees that have shedded the leaves. It's something about it always that has been always for my life, that there's a connection to God. And it's no wonder that so many chosen ones or empaths or intuitives or clairvoyants gravitate to it. That's why I pray that it must be spared, because God gave it to us to take care of, and we must do just that. Just the rusticness of it. I mean, some people would say that, what is it to see? But it's beautiful to me. And somehow I just feel connected to a point that I have been looking for a home all of my life to go to find out where the space in my life is supposed to be. What state should I move to? What country? Or maybe even, what state or the country? I'm not going to move off the planet because it's too beautiful. That's why I'm talking about it right now. But I just feel like some of us are more gravitated toward people for fulfillment. And I'm not saying that people are not fulfilling. Maybe I just hadn't talked to the right ones yet. And I feel like I'm a pretty good, decent guy, worth learning some things from or having a laugh with or whatever. But somehow, nature is where it's at for me. And I just believe that that's what God is. That's what Jesus is. And my parents and grandparents had a reverence. They were, of course, as many Mississippians and Southern people are in general, they were from the rural areas, from the countryside. And somehow, and thankfully, that remained in my bloodline to be that way. It's so much more for me, I believe, to see and to learn from out here. I just, with the things that I have had to experience in all of my life, really, all of my life, with just a lot of attacks and just for little bitty things when I didn't really understand why, and now I understand it going through this spiritual awakening. That is all for the same reasons that Jesus was attacked. And so many other individuals now are coming up with, are telling their stories as I try to tell mine as well. But it's just, it all makes sense now. That I am meant to give my purpose to God even if the purposes that I had to fulfill among people are no longer necessary. I mean, so many chosen ones or empaths or intuitives or those that have a calling have tried to bring people to Jesus or to God or to benevolence, and so many upon the earth, even in the time of all of this stuff going on, still don't really want him. And it's sad because I think we're coming toward our end, the last days, but hopefully the beginning days that heaven is on the way, though war must come before peace, eternal peace, eternal joy, no more pain, no more misunderstandings. But even if among people that my messages are not attended to, because I'm just a messenger among many, nobody. I'm just a poor boy that grew up, that didn't understand things and read books and asked questions to myself, if anything, to try to understand life. So like I said, when it just comes down to it, if you can't try to help people as we should help ourselves, we should love our neighbor as we love ourselves. And if we can't do that, it's just time to pull away. Moses had to pull away. Jesus went into the wilderness. The madding crowd just is going to be the madding crowd, and you can see, I can at least, but especially by this being in the days that they are, that we come into a time period where you can actually see the ones that are doomed for destruction or damnation. And it's not to say that I'm perfect, because I'm not. But I pray to perfect myself for God, for Jesus every day. I don't see that being a bad goal. I think it's possible for each and every one of us. I do think that people are a large element of why it's hard to get there. Because all of the problems that have been plagued on within the world, most of them, nearly all of them, have been caused by humans. It's not snakes, it's not raccoons, it's not squirrels, it's not lizards, it's not lions. I mean, they have their own ecosystem and domain. Okay, but as far as the major problems of the world have been caused by people, and as again in Martin Luther King's letter, while he wrote in Birmingham jail about a statement that Reinhold Nuhr made, that groups cause more problems than individuals. If we just turn that around for the benefit of assisting, that we all have a piece of the pie. We all that are the benevolence. We all that are the wheat rather than the tare. So God is in nature, I believe. I think to be an intuitive and be an empath, you know these things already. And if it's not meant to, even, it should not be a disappointment to try to help others if they don't want to help. The disappointment is the censor that is meant to come away from the madding crowd and to just come to God. I want to thank you for your time. I hope this message helps in the time that we're living in, because we all need to get back to where we came from. That is, if we are of the benevolent nature. Thank you for your time.